Why did you touch me?
No, I don't touch you.
Yeah, you touched me. You're a liar. You're under recording. Don't ever touch me.
Okay, don't. I need
Yeah.
this space for work.
Yeah,
Can you move?
You could have just said that. Don't touch me. I'm gonna.
I told you.
I'm going to report you to your company because you guys were jumping all over me and you were touching me.
Anything that you want.
Don't touch me. You have no right to
Can you
harass
move
me.
from my work area?
I was here first. Can you
move
Okay.
from my work area, please?
Okay. You're going to call the police on me?
I'm not calling you the police. Can you move from my work area? I need this
But
for
don't
work.
touch me. You be arrested.
I never
You
touched
touch my
you,
package.
man. I never touched
You keep
you.
touching my stuff.
I'm
You're
not
going to be
touching
arrested
your
for
stuff.
sexual
I'm not
harassment.
gonna argue with
Okay?
you. I just face.
Because you're fucking gang harassing me as an African. You're all a motherfucking gang harassing me as an African. Okay? And I'm going to contact your company. Okay? Fuck all you racists. I'm a woman. Fuck all you damn racists. Okay? I'm not an African to be disrespected. I'm suing your INS. I'm suing your company. So, I'm a Nigerian. I was arrested by the immigration 26 years ago. And I've been trying to sue the immigration. The black American that was going to help me, Ghana, they've killed him. And the immigration is the one giving information out. They have some really criminal people working in the immigration, telling people to jump me. They jumped my mother, killed my mother also. Okay, it's a setup. It's a setup. I'm contacting that Bezo. Okay? It's a setup. You're going to get fucking arrested. Okay? Okay, gangster. Fuck you, gangster. Okay? I'm not your street gangster. I'm a gay person. I'm going to handle this in a civilized manner. Okay? You touch me, I'm suing your company. You fucking sexual perverts. And you were rubbing their butt near me. You fucking sexual perverts. I'm suing your company. You were rubbing your butt close to me, touching me. You're a fucking ignorant soul. And you, Bezo, or whatever owns this company, shame on you. You hire all these riffraffs. You don't test them for any mental illness. And they were playing that song loud. Where the fuck do these animals think they are? They were playing their music so loud. That's against the law to be playing music loud without a permit. You hired these fucking animals, and the thing, because of the color of their skin, I know about the Dominican Republic where they treat Asians. Hey, stay away from me. Stay away from me. You're going to get arrested. And it's jumping. They're telling people to kill me. I'm being attacked by criminal gangs. It was a setup. It was a setup. I'm being harassed. And when I call their police doesn't help me. When I call their police doesn't help me. So you Bezo, you have to do something about this. It's me, the police are always arresting, putting on arrest warrant. Today's my mother's daughter's birthday, Bolanle. She killed my mother also, Bolanle. August 14 is her birthday. My mother said that Bolanle is born in America, and lured my mother to come to Pennsylvania, where me and my mother was about to sue immigration. In 2014, and Rigona was helping us. We were also suing the police department for taking her home. And that Bolanle lured my mother to come to Pennsylvania to come and collect money. When my mother got to Pennsylvania, she and her sister set up my mother. Her sister Flora is married to a black American soldier, Eric Garner. And that one will be punching my mother, my mother's sister Flora. My mother's daughter Flora is married to a black American soldier called what's his name again? Ayinde Cheney, I'm sorry. Ayinde Cheney. And that black American soldier will be punching my mother. So my mother flew back to New York to go to the hospital to treat her injuries and to treat her heart problem. And also, then the daughters came from Pennsylvania to New York to start a fight with my mother, and they got my mother locked up in the mental ward of Bellevue Hospital. And my mother died of the aggravation. So I've been trying to sue the police for taking my home in 2010. The case number is 13 CV5052 NYPD. Then before that, in 2000, the immigration arrested me wrongfully and my mother brought me to the country. And since then, I've been getting done. Both your police and immigration is using criminal gangs to attack me anywhere I go. Anywhere I go, your criminal gangs will be attacking me. And they said they're going to lynch me. They killed Eric Garner close to my birthday. So my mother's daughter's birthday is on August 14. Today's August 14, 2026. So they want to kill me as a form of cult ritual. And they killed Harry Ghana close to my birthday in July. My birthday is July 8th. They killed him July 17th. As the place where I met him, I gave him the court papers to give to the police. 13 CV5052. And I've not been able to prove the case. So today's August 14, 2026. Today is that Bolanle's birthday. Okay? So you Bezos, owner of Amazon, you're a billionaire. Each time I go to your store, I go to another store. I believe you own Whole Foods, Greenwich. They harassed me there also with the Black American workers. So your store, some of them are gang members. Some of your store workers are gang members, and they're attacking people. And they said once they kill me, they're going to share the money. So I'm in Nigeria being jumped by Black Americans and Spanish, okay, as a form of gang violence. And he was using his butt to touch me, So, and I'm going to contact U.S. Department of Transportation. So you Bezos, you shouldn't be hiring gangsters. Report this guy. There's a Black American mob and Spanish mob attacking Africans. Bezos, you're hiring gangsters to attack Africans. Arrest this sexual pervert. Arrest this sexual pervert. See? You okay? So they're jumping people. Bezos, you have to do something about this. You can be charged under RICO. Under RICO, they were using their butt to touch me. A bunch of Black Americans and Spanish. Anywhere I go, I'm getting jumped. Today's my mother's daughter's birthday, Bolanle, August 14th is today. And my mother, she's part of a gang. So you're not going to kill me and give any money to Bezos or whatever you're into, but I'm getting jumped by your, I've been getting jumped. And when I called the police, it's when the police were arrested. I was jumped like this July 23rd, 2019. And the police jumped with them, knocked me down, locked me up in the psychiatric hospital, stole all my property. Okay? I've been reported to Governor Oko also that I'm being attacked. My mother was killed after the police got home. And on police nights out there, that's a couple of days ago, she went and started shaking hands with the police. They have a day called Police Nights out there in August. And she went and was shaking hands with the police, and she was holding her knee. Well, no, like this, and shaking hands with the police. And since people have been trying to run me over with their car, hit my leg, and said they're going to decapacitate me, have me hospitalized before killing me in the hospital. So this is a gang jumping. This is Bezos. You're not allowed under the federal law to have a company where you hire touts, where you hire criminals to terroristically kill people and take their money. So I'm gay, I don't have a child or any children. They say that they're going to use gangsters to beat me up, kill me, and have my mother's daughters inherit my money. We will share with the gangsters. They're all going to lie. That I'm part of a sex cult and adopted people's children. I'm gay, I didn't adopt anybody's child or children. I'm single, unmarried, without a child or children. I solemnly swear under United States perjury laws and other relevant laws, So this occurred on East 15th Street. East 15th Street, and 3rd Avenue. On 3rd Avenue, East 15th Street. They surrounded me. I came here first. I built a police camera all around here. I came here first and they surrounded me. Yeah, there's police street cameras, That is East 14th Street. There's police camera that we recorded. I came here first and they surrounded me and they were moving their butts close to me. They were jumping up and down, playing their music so loud. Okay, so Bezos, you have to do something about this. I'm getting repeatedly jumped in your Whole Foods store. It's by Greenwich Street. I forgot the cross street, but you know where your Whole Foods store is. Greenwich Street, downtown Manhattan. Anytime I go there to shop, the Black American workers there and some of the other workers there will be jumping me. They used to offer free sample before you buy the food. They'll have you to taste the free sample. And now I always come there, get the free sample and buy other products. Because, some of your food, I'm in Nigeria, I have diarrhea. Some of the food gives me diarrhea. I'm not used to American food like pasta, like cheese, macaroni and cheese and all that. So I always get a free sample to see how it's going to work on my stomach because I have diarrhea and I'm homeless. I've been homeless now for 16 years. The immigration set my house on fire. So I was trying to sue them. I killed every gunner that was going to be helping me on Staten Island. My address was 219 Canal Street, Staten Island, New York 10304. So I've been homeless now for like, close to some 16 years. The immigration set my house on fire as I was trying to sue the U.S. immigration of Nigeria. And today I was getting jumped by some workers of Prime. I believe you, Jeff Bezos, you own Prime. So they said they're going to kill me in America. I'm going to make sure I don't get the money that I'm trying to use with the money from immigration. They arrested me wrongfully. My mother brought me as a child 26 years ago. We arrived at JFK Airport. My mother had a green card. I was a minor child, and they arrested me. Said, they don't allow children to come here with green card holders. And for the past weeks, I was born a boy, I'm trying to become a girl. And since I've been getting harassed, I was trying to order a Western Union prepaid card, because I need that prepaid card, to save my money in, because they said they were going to arrest me any moment from now and lock me up in a mental ward. And the bank card that I have now is called a MasterCard for PLS store, but they charge me $3 every month or $5 every month. So I was trying to order the MasterCard, the Western Union prepaid card. That one, they don't charge you any monthly fee. So in case I get arrested by an immigration prison, all my money doesn't run out. And I'm also expecting like $3,000 tax rebate from 2020 and 2021. The stimulus check, I'm the only one like in America that didn't get it. The other people got it. So I've been trying to get my stimulus refund check of $3,000 since 2020 and 2021. If I get that money, I'm going to put it in I want to put it in a bank account that doesn't charge me $5 maintenance fee. The current bank card I have charges me $5. So they said they're either going to arrest me, put me in some everlasting prison. I'm not going to come out, maybe it's a psychiatric hospital. And I don't want all my money to run out, while I'm put up, So that's why I want to put my money in so this is the bank card I have now. PLS card, MasterCard. But they charge me $5 every month. So in case they arrest me and put me in some immigration prison, and they could keep me there for many years, and all the money I have will have run out as maintenance fee. So the immigration is trying to sabotage me. So this is why I want to put my money in a bank that will charge me a monthly fee. And that Western Union said don't charge monthly. So I was ordering that car and they've been sabotaging. All of a sudden, your workers around me. I'm being tracked by your gangs, and they always sabotage anything I try to do. I was trying to order a Western Union prepaid card, and your workers, Bezos, you own Prime, Amazon Prime, your workers surrounded me, and they were rubbing their booty on me, playing music so loud. They're not supposed to be playing music loud without a permit. And when I called the police, it's mean the police will arrest. This was done to me July 2019. So the number 23 is synonymous with my mother's daughter's son's birthday. That Flora, she killed my mother in 2015, and she has a son called Ayinde Cheney Jr., who was born on the 23rd of December. So July 23rd, I was born in July 20, 2019, as I was begging for money in Bay Ridge Avenue, 4th Avenue. I sat on the chair, and I was begging for money, and I fell asleep, and I woke up somebody slapping me. The police camera was recorded, so when I woke up, I told the person, stop that, don't ever do that again, and the person went away. So the police arrived and knocked me down, said, we heard we were fighting. I said, I'm not fighting, hold up. And they were beating me up, we heard you were fighting. They said, don't resist, and they were chaining me up, and they took me away, stole my luggages. I had my green card in my luggage, I had my social security card in my luggage, and went and locked them in a mental hospital, NYU Psychiatric Hospital. I had to call my lawyers, I had to call the Nigerian embassy before I was released. So they always jump me, and the police would join with them. So your gang said that they're going to kill me. So they attacked me on July 23rd, 2019. My mother's daughter, Flora, her son's birthday is 23rd. So when I was in Nigeria, I looked like Michael Jackson, because I used to bleach my skin as a kid. I don't look like Michael Jackson. But when I was in Nigeria in the 1990s, I used to send songs to USA, to Michael Jackson, and the US Postal Service would send it back to me. Say back to send that Michael Jackson has moved. He has moved to Neverland Ranch, and he'll send the song to his old address, and it doesn't allow mail forwarding. So the songs I sent to my guests, I left it in Nigeria. So I believe some of the criminal gangs here in America have told the criminals in Nigeria to break into my apartment, and they found the song, and they want to kill me, and release that song. They say when music is associated with tragedy, people always go and buy the music. Even Michael Jackson, they said when he was alive, people weren't buying his music because he was accused of child molestation until he died tragically or was killed tragically, whatever applies. And that's when people started buying music. People like Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac, when they were killed, that's when people started, the music chart topped the charts. The same, no. Entertainment is, and anytime there's drama associated with the artist, so they're trying to kill me and release my song that came to America to become Michael Jackson. So they always send up people, so the criminal gangs working for you, Jeff Bezos, at the Whole Foods store in Greenwich Street. Anytime I go, there's always drama. They'll tell me, get out of our store. Because they used to give out free samples. All of a sudden, they stopped giving out free samples. I'm like, okay, what is going on? How come you can't change your procedure? I said, get out of our store. If you don't like the services we're offering. I said, look, I'm not an hungry African. Yeah, I do take your free samples. I'm just testing out your food because you sell like pasta, macaroni, and cheese. And sometimes when I eat some of this American food, I start having diarrhea, and I'm homeless now for like 16 years on the street. I don't have a bathroom, so that's why I always test the sample to see if my stomach has an adverse reaction. I do have a food stamp card. I said, this is what I'm testing. I said, no, we don't give out food samples anymore. I said, why are you changing your procedure on me? This is my food stamp card. I'm like, why are you guys changing your procedure on me? This is my food stamp card. I don't want to show you. So I have a food stamp card. Right now I have like $200 left in my food stamp card. I do like to buy food, but the reason why I take the free sample is to test, because some of the food that has dairy in it causes me diarrhea. So and now they stop offering free samples. They treat me like I'm a hungry African. They always come and get free samples. And I also buy things like water from your store on Greenwich Street, and I buy all this water. So I'm not a freeloader, but they said the Black American mayor, Eric Adams, saying Biden is not bringing Africa here. I said it was telling people not to vote for Democrats. So Biden is not control of the immigration. So this Eric Adams got the Trump election. For Trump was getting Trump was getting all you Democrats, even the fellow Democrats in Biden. And when Trump became president, Biden then arrested and started collecting practices. This is why we got him to political prosecution. And when Trump became president, Trump freed Eric Adams from dropped the case. But the day I was arrested in Brooklyn, it was a Turkish guy that came and slapped me. They said Turkey is bribing Eric Adams. I used to go and beg for money in front of Eric Adams' office in 2019. It was the borough president of Brooklyn. And his staff would come, as Black American staff, tell me, get out of here. Anywhere I go, they tell me, get out of here. Like your staff, like your workers told me to get out of my phone booth. I was there first, and they have no right. They could have parked anywhere. They could have parked their car here, parked their car anywhere. There's so many places they could have parked their car. But they came and parked their car near the phone booth, and they told me to get out of the phone booth. I was there first, and they invaded my privacy because under the Wiretap Act of New York, when somebody's on the phone, you have no right to invade them what they're using for. And it was touching me, grabbing me, by that phone booth over there. There's a camera. So please, I hope your truck has cameras also recording. They have no right to be, invading my privacy. You have privacy when you're on the phone. I was on the public phone. I always record videos. I was recording the agent sent me my Western Union to take on. And also the workers started grabbing me. I was robbing things and bought the drug on me on my property. So that's sexual harassment. That is sexual harassment. And this is very serious. So back to what I was saying, when I was arrested in 2019, it was a gang up also. The Turkish government was driving Eric Adams, and Eric Adams also was trying to get me killed, but there's a Black American gang here that believe they can kill me. My mother's daughters would have the money. My mother's daughters are from, I'm from Nigeria, but my mother's daughters were born in America. So they moved with the Black American gang, Fulani and Flora. So my mother was telling me to be careful that daughters want to kill me and inherit any money I have. Because I'm gay, I'm single without a child or children. My father's been killed, my mother's been killed. So people are starting fights with me. So Eric Adams, a Black American, joined in. There's some Black Americans trying to kill me, I'm trying to sue immigration. I'm from Nigeria. And they believe they can just kill me and have my mother's daughters inherit the money. And they're all going to go online and that I was adopting children and my mother's daughters would bear the false witness. I wasn't adopting children. They say sometimes the people that are illiterate will adopt children informally, but the court always bends over backwards to formalize the adoption if the person dies. So they want to claim that I'm illiterate, and I don't know how to read or write. That's why I was adopting children. So there's something called parentage by stopper law that the courts will bend over backwards to make sure a child's rights are safeguarded. So in case they kill me now and they claim I'm an illiterate, I don't know how to speak English, and I was adopting children up and down, and my mother's daughters was witness, so the courts will just award any money I have to those children, and so this is how they hope to get rid of me. So it's an assassination attempt, this is terrorism, and they always try to prevent me from, going online, using the internet. They ban me from libraries. When I'm using the library, Black Americans come and jump me, and it's been the police who tell not to come to the library anymore. So I use the women's bathroom in the library because I'm homeless now for 16 years. I can't shave. If I shave and don't take a shower, I was having razor bumps. So I was wearing masks when I used the women's bathroom. So the Black Americans have been jumping in the library when I use the bathroom. So you still look like a man even when I wear my mask. And they'll call the police and the police will stop coming to the bathroom. We don't want gays in our library. And the police will tell me that just to get me angry, so the police are gonna shoot me dead. So this is a genocidal gang. And this man Danny also, he said he supports Black Americans. He's also a millionaire. And he also, when he became mayor, to send a signal to Black Americans. When they say this man Danny may be gay, but when he became mayor, last year before he became mayor, he went to Uganda, his country of where he was born, his friends are Indian. He went to Uganda and he went and got married. They say in Uganda they kill gays in Uganda. So to send a coded message to the American gangs trying to kill me, I support the killing of gays. He went back to Uganda and got married to a woman. They say this man Danny is closer to gay. And who does it? If you're become mayor of New York and you claim you're liberal, why would you hurry up and go and get married in Uganda? Your wife is also American. You are also became American. You had a green card. So why didn't you go get married in Uganda? I was sending a message to the gangs that I want to kill me. Kill that faggot. And I was sending messages to Mandani last year also. He was the assemblyman of Queens. I said people are attacking me in Queens. When I go use the women's bathroom in Queens of the R train, 71st Avenue, last stop Forest Hills, this Black American woman will be saying, we're going to kick the door open on you and drag you out, faggot. We don't want, and I was recording this Black American telling me that. She always waits in the bathroom for me. So we're going to open the door on you and drag you out of the bathroom, faggot. I recorded that and I contacted the Queens prosecutor, district attorney. Her name is Belinda Katz. She didn't answer me back. So I contacted Mandani. Is the assemblyman for Queens in the state legislature. I told him I'm always in Manhattan begging for money, but sometimes I go to use the bathroom in Queens at the R train station women's bathroom, the last stop, First Avenue. And I said I'm always begging for money in Manhattan at 2 Broadway. And this man Danny came to 2 Broadway last year in front of the MTA workers, and I was trying to talk to him. I said, can I talk to you? And he was avoiding me. And the police camera was recording, and the police was looking at me. So right now, when I go to that 2 Broadway, people say they're going to beat me up and kill me. Because Mandani has given them the go-ahead to the coded message. I was telling them, I don't care about this faggot. Kill this African faggot. And let's share the money. They said Mandani is also a closeted gay, but there's some gays that don't like, gay people. Especially, I'm a very feminine person, so I love gays like masculine. And this Mandani say loves the Black American hip-hop culture. So most likely it's attracted to masculine Black American guys. So as a feminine gay, a lot of gays don't even like me either. But, they like masculine guys. So he has sent a coded message that killed this faggot. He came to 2 Broadway last year. The police camera is recording, and and I was trying to speak with him, and he wore a tracksuit. When I came to America with my mother, I wore a tracksuit, and they arrested me immediately. The immigration was looking at me. They said back then, 2000, they always think every black person wearing tracksuit is a drug dealer. So it was after I came out of immigration prison, I wore the same tracksuit. A black guy told me, said, don't be wearing this tracksuit late at night, so the police is going to arrest you. I said, why did you say that? I said, saying you're in America, where people that wear tracksuits are considered drug dealers. This was in 2000, I just came out of immigration prison. And a black American told me that. And that was the same tracksuit I wore to America. So Mandani wore a tracksuit, normally dressed in suit. He wore a tracksuit and came to 2 Broadway. As I was trying to approach him, he was disguising his appearance. But he's tall, he's Indian, I knew who he was. I said, sir, can I talk to you? And he was moving away from me like he was panicky. And and the person was looking at me, because he always telling me, don't bother people in this neighborhood, they're going to arrest you soon. So I was giving a go-ahead to the police last year to arrest me. And this year he became mayor, he was sending another code. and he was saying during his inaugural speech in January this year, 2026, at City Hall, was saying, he doesn't ignore real New Yorkers. So the people make fun of me that I speak with a fake American accent. Even this Eric Adam, I used to go back for money from his office in 2019. Was the borough president of Brooklyn, and he would start to chase me away, and I'll tell the staff, stop harassing me because I'm an African. I would tell them back then in 2019 that in Ohio, when Nigerian became mayor in a town in Ohio, and I said in Iowa, they let undocumented immigrants have driver's license. I said, don't stop discriminating against me here in America, you black Americans. And soon they called the police on me to arrest me in another part of Brooklyn, Bay Ridge Avenue and front. They had a Turkish guy slap me, and the police joined in and arrested me, stole my green card. Then the crowd went and posted a message, to the media. He went to Al Sharpton's office in 2020. Soon after I was arrested, and he was making fun of the things I normally say. And he was saying, you outsiders, you're not welcome in New York. Go back to Ohio. Go back to Iowa. Say New York is for black Americans like him. They have been here for generations. So there's some people that call themselves foundational black Americans. Some of them even believe that black Americans are not from Africa, that they're Indians, that believe in America, they're native. So this Eric Adam, he was a former police officer. He was arrested at 12 years old for prostitution and for beating up prostitutes and stealing money from them and his gang. In Brooklyn, and he came out of prison when he was an adult and joined the police, and he became one of the highest ranked police, and he was working as a transit cop. I said he was abusing women allegedly. So this Eric Adam, he then became borough president of Brooklyn. I had to go back for money. So it was aware that my mother's daughters and some black Americans are trying to kill me and steal my money. So he also decided to join it, telling the staff to not let me come and beg for money in front of his office in 2019. So I used to tell the staff, stop discriminating against me. I said in Ohio, and Nigeria just became mayor. In Iowa, the less undocumented immigrants are drivers. And soon after that, this Jewish guy, Bloomberg. When Bloomberg was mayor, introduced stop and frisk, and under that stop and frisk, the policeman and kid Eric Garner, who was going to be helping with my copy papers against the police and against immigration. So this Bloomberg, I've been trying to get him arrested. So they said he sponsored Eric Adam. Seeing Eric Adam also has interest in killing me. This Bloomberg, it says sponsor Eric Adam to become mayor. So, so that, because this Bloomberg will go to prison. They quartered him to stop and frisk, and they continued doing the stop and frisk. I under that stop and frisk, they took my home. My mother's not being killed because of the police came and they victim my mother. Under that stop and frisk, they consider everything a nuisance, and they would seize your property and arrest you. So me and my mother was in the basement apartment in 2010, and Bloomberg was mayor, and his police were like evicting people from basement apartment under court order, and they quartered them to stop it, and they continued. So that my mother's been killed while she was homeless at Drusilla to Pennsylvania, and drugged that with counterfeit poison. So my mother fled back to New York, and Dress showed up in New York. I told the hospital to lock her up, that she's a homeless, crazy person. So the hospital locked her up in the mental, and that got my mother angry. She died in the hospital immediately. So and a black American that was going to be helping my mother, the police when I killed him. At that time, I was trying to sue immigration, Eric Garner. So this Bloomberg is afraid he could be charged with accessory to murder, because it's called felony. It's called I forgot the name of the charge. Accessory to felony under federal law. If your negligent conduct causes people to die. I forgot the name of that felony. It's a second degree murder, a felony under federal law. So this Bloomberg will be charged with the way Eric Garner was killed while he was trying to help me sue the police. And with the way my mother was killed also after the husband was homeless. And the daughters used that against my mother now. She's just a homeless crazy. And the hospital locked her in the mental ward and killed her. They said you have Bellevue Hospital. When they're locking you up in the mental ward, they could choke you. A guy that was locked up in the mental ward around at the same time, a black American, said they choked him allegedly. They injected a drug into him, ketamine, that caused his heart to freeze. So my mother already has as a rapper, this had to kill my mother. That pressure of locking her up forcefully, addressing her up. So this one is going on. So since then, so they always to send a message to the police not to prosecute them. So the killers always try to attack me on days that's significant. Today's my mother's daughter's birthday. Bolani, she was part of. She and her sister killed my mother. My mother said they moved with a narcotic gang. My mother's another daughter in Nigeria who moved with a killer gang. Also, that one is smoking. That one got thrown out of the window as a child because she was angry that her father was killed. She was 8, and my mother called the police all that for her. But her father's family believed that for that. His father's family political Nigeria. So I've not been able to get justice in Nigeria or here. I'm also gay. The Nigerian government wouldn't help me. There's a Nigerian government doesn't want me to America. and they're all hoping that if I'm killed, maybe people in Nigeria also can also lie. That I adopted their children, they know me. I told them that they may make up any lie against me. That I was telling them that once I get to America, people should be adopting children for me. They can make up any lie. And under the right of sepulchre, when you tell the court that a dead person wants some, they wish the court has respected. So once I'm killed, because I don't have a will, they stole all my ID and they say in New York State, in order to create a will, you have to have 2 witnesses, you have to sign a notarized statement. So I don't have my ID with me, photo ID. The police have stolen my photo ID. So right now, if I'm died without a will, they say a lot of people that died without a will in New York, inheritance scammers will lie. So right now, they can just make up lies. That I was telling everybody all over the world to adopt children for me. And they came in and so I told them that once they hear I'm dead, they should adopt children for me. Because my name is Babatunde. In Nigeria, it means the resurrection of a dead grandfather. My mother said that name was given to me wrongfully. Because normally they give you that name if you were born within a year after your grandfather died. My mother said my grandfather died like many years before I was born. There were so many other children born to family. So my mother said that name was given to me wrongfully. So they plan to use my name Babatunde to kill me and inheritance scam me. So this one I'm being attacked, all over the place. So Mr. Bezos, please, take note. I'm being jumped by criminals, and please donate to my cash app. NYC homeless so I can escape the street. Oh, somebody just vomited here. Wow. What a day I'm having. I just saw someone's vomit. So this, so Mr. Bezos, I was minding my business, and your workers, part of a criminal gang, are following me around. I used to beg for money from you, Mr. Bezos, also online. You never used to respond, But this is very serious. My life is a threat, please, if anybody can donate money, non-conditional, charitable financial donation to my cash app. The police refused to help me. They also joined in. That Eric Adam, before he left office, told the police to be arresting homeless, calling us crazy. And this governor also, she went on police night out. She was shaking the police hand and was using one hand to touch her knee, and she was bending her knee like this, and she was shaking with the hands of the police and was bent with her butt up like that. The newspaper pictured her. So she sent a message to the police and their gangs, for the police, they love them. I work with criminals because they're used to dealing with criminals, so they're telling the criminal gangs to kill me, beat me up, and say the police will not intervene, they will mess up the investigation. So that was why those Spanish people, they followed me to where I was charging my phone, and they were playing their music loud. At one point, they were moving their butt towards me, and they were grabbing me. That's sexual harassment. So Mr. Bezos turned these people in, turned them in. Your police is not helping me, and they always join in to try to get me locked up and beat me up some more. And say